Hello, 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 hello. How is everybody doing? Hold on, this ain't what I wanted to do. Oh, I don't know what is going on, but right before I came on, my puppy started. Hold on, let me clean this screen. I don't like this. Hold on, hold on, hold on, hold on. While I do this, y'all hit the like button. I just had my glasses. Y'all hit the like button for me. Can you hear me? Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Put a one in the chat if you can hear me. Let me turn my. I'm telling you, this dog got me all confused, can babble, twisted, can twirled, and all of those good things. Let's see who is here. What's going on, Sean? The juice is here. She is here. She is here. JP, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Angel, good evening. Like my camera is messed up. Everything that could go wrong. I don't understand what is happening. Hold on, y'all. Let me play with this for a second. Uh, Look at this. It is going every which way but the way that I wanted to, and none of this is what I wanted. Oh, this is it's the devil, but we gonna go ahead on anyway. This is not. It's not. But you know what? I'm gonna go ahead on anyway because oh, let me put my glasses on so I can see these comments because I can't see anything. I can't see anything. All right, all right. Hello, Teresa. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. Welcome to the room. So glad to have you guys back with another her edition. Um we pressing forward. Sundays are reserved for the ladies. And here we go. So let's see. Hit that like button before you come in. I mean, as you come in, please hit that like button. Please hit that like button for me. We just gonna put this up here so we can just go ahead and run down the line. Hit the like button if you have not. Go ahead and hit the like button. Share this live. Sharing is easy. Just go next to the like and hit share and then put it on whatever platform you feel to put it on. Subscribe if you have not already. Thank you to getting us over 1,000. I appreciate you all. And for 99 cents a month, just 99 cents a month, you can become a member of the Sean Talk Show and get some exclusives. There's a video in there now. I'm going to put some pictures in there too. So yeah, just go ahead in there and I don't know, without my hair, I feel naked. Go ahead and become a member, and by all means, turn on your notifications. Turn your notifications to all. That's for all your content creators, so that you will know when they post, when they go on live, when they do a video, or even in the community wall. So that's how it just keeps shifting. It do what it want to do. That's how you show support. And then if you would like to bless the platform in any type of way, the Cashapp is there. Sean Talks. We have PayPal at Sean Talks Show. Zelle at Shauna1574 at Gmail. And then follow us on all platforms. That is YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, and now we have Facebook. So if you're not following on any of those platforms, please go and do so that we can get those things over there popping. Okay? So that is that. And we do have a goal placed. See, you do what you want to do. We do have a goal placed tonight. So you can go there. Let's see. Any announcements? Hello, Princess. How are you? Let's see. Any announcements? It was something that I wanted to do. Oh, yeah, this right here. We want to send prayers to the Real Housewife of Salt Lake City. Well, she was on there, but we want to send prayers to her and the death of her son. So young, such a gorgeous young man, but as adults, sometimes we all just have problems, and some of us are fortunate to get out. But we are sending prayers up for her. Let's see. I don't know why you keep doing this. What else? Was there another announcement? There was another. Oh, look, guys. So if you have not purchased your mug yet, get you one. This is a live and living color mug here that I Am Courtney received the other day. So they come quick. So go right on ahead and get you a mug. Let's see. What else? Yes, absolutely. Prayers to Pastor Mary and her family. Thank you, Londa. Let's see. Okay, so we're gonna get on into it because we got to get into it because we got things to do after. So my panelists are here. And I got a thumbs up because they know I shoot right in. I don't know what you'd be doing, but I'll be coming right in. All right, so we gotta do our song. The choir is gonna come real quick. We're gonna get a choir a good 60 seconds, and then we are going to come right on in. And anybody that knows me, y'all know me.
How many of you love the Lord today? Just say, Lord, I love you. Come on, come on, come on. I love Jesus, y'all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, 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 yeah. I really love you. I really love you. Because
My mic was muted. I'm sorry. I had to stop it because when I tell you that is my favorite, um, and one of my top 10 favorite songs, I had to let her know. I had to let her know that she really, yeah. Who's that? Thank you, Tara. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, without any further ado, I am going to bring up I am Courtney Phillips.
Good
Why is it I
evening.
don't know why this is doing this today. It is there we go.
Good
Hello,
evening.
hello, hello. And we have with us this week, I am so
Yes. Yes.
excited to have
Woo!
the awesome, I ain't gonna call her Pastor Regina because she gonna fuss
We
at
so
me.
used
So
to it.
we gonna do Regina, the Juice Radio and Talk
Woo!
Show.
What up, ladies? What up?
Hello.
What up? What up?
What up, though? What up, though?
What they
Listen,
do?
anybody that can do the dough, you somewhere around the 313 or know somebody there.
Listen,
Yes.
that's Miami. That's that previous living in Miami down there. At
Yeah,
305.
yes. Yes,
What's up
yes.
with y'all? How y'all doing?
I can't complain.
Can't complain at
I
all.
can't.
Listen.
It is always the same dog every week. I think he know when I start getting dressed. And I saw him nibbling on something. I'm like, what do you have? Because he just turned one, so he's still a baby.
Aw.
What do
He's a
you have? And he
cutie.
looking at me like, I was like, oh God. So I'm getting ready. As soon as I turn the computer, I hear it. And I'm like, what? And he had just ate. So it was a mess. So same dog every week. I'm gonna put him up way early next week because he getting on my nerves. I don't
Right.
know.
I
He's
just want to
spoiled.
I just want to say it's always an honor and a privilege to be on the platform with the Juice
The
Talk Radio.
I
And
can't wait.
listen,
so I keep getting it mixed up. But Regina, you are amazing. It's always such an honor. I love your
Thank you.
shows. I love everything that
Thank
you've
you.
been, all the content that you've been putting out. It's been such
Oh
amazing
my
content, top
God. I
tier.
love it. Thank
So
you.
it's good to
Thank
it
be with you tonight.
Listen, I
the
appreciate that so much. I appreciate that. Listen, when I was getting ready to come on here tonight, I was like, wait, I got to try and do a little something because Courtney's going to be on here. And I couldn't come, I couldn't pull the hair back. I couldn't put it in a bun. I had to put the little lipstick on. I had to do
Look, and
something.
you look good too. What they say, you
it's
snatch. What they call it? What they say? All the
Listen,
things.
I couldn't put all the
clock
makeup
it.
on because I don't do all the makeup, but I say Courtney gonna be here. I got to do a little something. I got to do.
Listen, it's because of Courtney. Because I was like, I'm not gonna even turn the camera on. I said Courtney gonna be on something.
Oh
So I'm
gosh.
a and
Look
y'all
at the
know
blonde,
I
blonding
still
girl.
can't.
What is it, blonde or red? It is doing.
I
It's
mean, let
still
me
Thank
hold
blonding.
on.
you.
I
Yes.
can't. My right hand ain't right yet, but
Oh,
I'm.
I think my daughter does this. Is this what y'all
It's
do
the
now? Okay.
yeah.
clock it,
Mhm,
clock
Hmm.
it.
mhm, mhm.
Yeah, yeah,
Don't say
yeah.
y'all because I'm a middle-aged woman,
Don't
Regina.
do that. Don't
What's
do that.
middle age?
Look,
What's
see,
middle
I
age
got everybody
nowadays?
feeling young now. We're not
Okay,
gonna
what's
do
middle
that.
age?
What's middle
I'm in
age
my
right
I'm
now?
in my 40s.
You're in your 40s?
Yes,
Okay. That's
ma'am.
middle age. Okay, that's middle age.
Okay.
That's right. That's
I
right.
love saying I don't know why I like to say that though.
Okay,
I'm like,
that's
I'm
middle.
a
So
middle-aged woman.
You're right. You're right. Listen, I don't mind sharing my age. I'm 59, and every day of my life, I
What?
love it. 59, shall be 60 next year. 60.
oh
And I'm grateful because I remember when
wow.
I was in my 20s and in my 30s, and I was like, oh God, what is going to happen? What's going to be like? You listen, I'm enjoying
Oh
every day
my
I wake
God.
up. Sun shines every day, even when it's raining over here. Sunshine every day.
And
Oh,
I can tell, and let me say this, and I'm not saying that 60 has a certain look to it, but when I
Mhm.
tell you I would have never guessed that you look so amazing. That's how I know your relationship with God is top tier because you look wonderful. You exude joy
Thank you.
in all the things. You
yes.
look great. I
Thank
want to look like you
Yes.
when I grow up.
Yes.
Listen,
Yes.
hey, St. James. Listen, I
Great the
attribute
apostle.
The
Is in
apostle,
the
y'all,
building.
well, we got to do the bishop bow and the
Yes.
apostle bow and all that kind of stuff. You know, the
We
salute.
got
God bless our
Apostle
leader.
is here. Right.
That's my guy
We
right there.
love our leader. We love our leader.
Mhm.
Yes, we do. We love
But
it.
you look
Thank you,
so
Courtney. Thank you. I
good.
attribute it not only to me, you know, serving God, but also building up my confidence. Because when I was young, I didn't have all this confidence. It was suppressed.
Really?
It was
Okay.
suppressed.
Okay.
And I used to think that others were better or so forth. And I didn't get all this confidence until I turned about 25 years of age is when I got all
Really?
this. And also I attribute a lot of this sparkling and all of this to that wonderful man of mine. My
Come
God.
on.
Come
Praise
on.
your man. Yes.
Come on.
Yes,
That one
because
right
honey,
there.
when I get one,
That one right there. He is my sunshine child. Let me tell y'all.
that is awesome.
You know, when you think about your man and all you do is smile, child. Yes.
Come on. Ooh. Same grace.
Listen, when you get that googly eye, listen, if my eye don't Google, you ain't dead. That's
Period.
that's
And how
Child.
long have you
that's
all been married?
24 years.
Oh my God. And you
24
still got that
years.
gleam in your
Oh
eye,
my God.
24 years.
That's
Now wait, because you've been married before.
yes.
What's
I was
the
married.
difference?
I was, you know what the
Mhm.
difference is? I worked on myself.
Mm.
And that's key because I think a lot of people, when they go through a divorce, when they go through hard relationships and marriages, I think when you exit the marriages, you kind of feel as though it was all their fault.
Mhm.
And when you go into your next relationship, you unknowingly bring your fault into that next relationship, and it begins to
Absolutely.
be another problem. And until you can work on yourself,
Okay.
your relationship ain't gonna work because a lot of people go into new relationship with old problems. Thank you, Holy Spirit. And it creates
Absolutely.
another problem. And so with my husband, I had to first work on knowing the wrong that I did in the past relationships. I
That's
had to
good.
work on that because I didn't want to bring that into the new. And you have
Mhm.
to learn it's your fault. Stop
That's
blaming
good.
everybody else. Sometimes it's your fault. And when
Mm.
you can work on yourself and fix you, then you could love somebody and they can love you and y'all can work it. And we communicate. Let me tell you, we communicate.
Mm.
And his sister came one year to visit us, and she said this to me, and I'll never forget it. We were sitting at the table, and she said, "You know what? I learned it from y'all." And I was like, "What that?" She said, "Y'all have been married." And I think by this time we were married like 20-something years. She said, "Y'all have never had an argument." And I was like, "Yes, we have." And my husband looked at me and he's like, "Yeah, we have." And she says, "No." She says, "Y'all had disagreements, but you never had an argument." And I was like,
Mm.
and I was
There
like,
is
"Yeah,
a difference.
there's a difference. Because I had arguments with my other relationship, but I had
Mhm.
disagreements in this one."
Mhm.
Mm.
That'll preach right there.
Yes, it will.
Ooh, that's
Oh, that's
good.
good. That is
That's
so
good.
good.
Because we take the meanings of things and we don't put them in the proper place all the time.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Because we just think just like you said, an argument and a disagreement,
they're
those are
different.
two different things.
And it's
So
important
people,
when your family and friends and those around you notice it. I mean, I had never
Mhm.
noticed that in the 20 years we were together at the time. I had never noticed it, but she noticed from the outside looking in. It's amazing what people from the outside looking in, how they see you in your marriage. It's amazing
Mm.
because, like she said, now for her to say that she has seen other couples that argued,
Mhm.
but she saw a difference with us. And she had to point that thing out to me. And I was like, oh, and I went over to my man. I was like, we just have disagreements. Oh my God.
That
We
is
just have
such a
disagreements.
that
blessing.
it
And I love that she
is.
saw that. Yeah.
So do you believe this go round, this is your purpose partner? I don't know if you believe in those things or not,
Oh,
but
there is no exit from this one.
come on.
There is no
This
exit.
is it.
This didn't come with an exit. And that's the other thing. When I was in my previous relationship, and I had two divorces. I got married when I was young. I got
Uh-oh.
married when I was 19. And I was crazy, blah, 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 whatever. You know, out of it, I got my beautiful daughter. I mean, come on, when you exit and have a beautiful gift like this, I'm
Mhm.
grateful for that. And then in my other relationship, we just were better as friends, and we're still
Okay.
best friends today. You
Mm.
know, my son's
That's
father.
awesome.
And I had to learn in this relationship to come in the relationship without an exit plan. See, sometimes you go into business with an exit plan, you go into friendships with an exit plan, and you unknowingly do that. And what you do is, like in marriage, there were conversations I had previously, like, if you don't fix this, we're going to divorce. If you don't fix, we don't do, we're going to get a divorce. And we start creating the words. And as soon as you start creating the words, you start creating the exit. The door starts getting wider and wider and wider. So when my husband and I got together, there was never going to be a conversation about divorce. There was never going to be a conversation about exit. There was never going to be a conversation about what this looks like without you. That was never going to be that. What happened to my girl?
So then she probably had to take care of her dog. But let me ask you this. So then what do you think about prenups?
Well, it depends how much money you got.
But does it matter if you may start out one way? Because a lot of times in marriages, you start out one way and you wind up on the other side of it.
Let me tell you, it's so funny because my husband and I had a brief conversation about prenup. When we started out, we both had nothing. Okay. Nothing. And we work, we struggle, we build businesses and everything. You have your ups, you have your downs and all this kind of stuff. And what we learned was the money is just going to be the money. The marriage is going to stay the same. We're never going to exit anyway. Prenups, in my mind, are a sign of an exit potentially can happen. Okay. That's just in my mind. Now, do I agree that some people should have prenups? I do, because sometimes people have a lot that they're bringing financially into a relationship and they're afraid of that individual leaving with that. So if they want to get a prenup, I have no problem with that. You protect your assets. It's okay. But as far as with me, I just, listen, we came with nothing. We build it, and it is what it is, and we're good with that. But I'm not against prenups. I'm not, especially if not. Now, let me say it this way, Courtney. Okay, let me speak from the mama point of view, right?
Okay.
So my son is an entrepreneur. He owns a huge company down in Florida, right? I will tell him to get a prenup. Let me tell you why.
Now, wait a minute. Now, why you telling him?
Come on.
Let me tell you why. My husband didn't live. I mean, my son lives down there in Florida, and some of these women that I have seen are they prenup candidates. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And so he has to, even when we go to restaurants, and he goes and he takes somebody to a restaurant, he uses an alias name. Because these women have been known to like try and search him, find him. He has one social media account and that's it. I mean, because he's like, Mom, all these women want is my money. And a lot of times what he'll do when he'll go out, he'll ask his friend to borrow their car. Like, let me borrow your car, a little low car or something. Or let me, we on a date, I'm gonna just take you to like this little, 3-star restaurant. I'm not gonna take you to the fancy, to try and get a feel of them. And he says, every time, Mom, they show me who they are. They just want my money.
Wow.
So I would, because unless I can feel in my spirit, in my heart that she's not going to do that. But right now I'll be like, no, baby, go. You don't work too hard. You don't came too far. And that little hussy ain't getting all our money. I put the little hussy.
Londa said,
they say that.
Londa said, wait, not too much on the Florida women. She's from Florida. She said, not too much.
Listen, I'm from Florida as well. I lived in Florida about 25 years or so. So I'm from Florida also. That's why my son is still there.
Wow.
But I know them. Listen, I know them Pembroke Pines and them, them girls down there and them, all of them down there down south.
So it's very challenging for him to date.
Oh my God, today. Especially when they find out he owns his own company and the status that he has is. I see it, so it's hard for my baby boy. It's hard for my baby boy.
Do it, Lord. I be wanting these men to be married. So the Lord gonna work it out for them.
I know. But again, we got to look at also the generation when I got married. Like my husband and I, we've been married 24 years. Here my son, he's into this dating thing now. And a lot of people, they don't want to work. A lot of women, not all, but a lot of women don't want to work. They want to be taken care of. But, sometimes, you have these men like my son, they don't understand the struggles my son went through to get to where he is.
Right.
And so he don't want somebody to come in that's not willing, that if anything happened and he does not have all this and it falls, is he going to have a woman that's going to catch him? Or is he going to have a woman that's going to walk over him to the next man? So that's the whole thought. And you got to know when people come from the struggles that they came from,
Right.
My son lived in Florida with his dad for, a large majority of his life, because when we went through divorce, my son felt like, Mom, you're strong enough. You're going to be okay. But my dad isn't strong like you. My dad is weak in that area and he needs me. And even though my son wasn't happy with the living arrangement or the living situation, he's such a caring individual. He gives more of himself than to, he gives more of himself to others than he gets. His thought was, let me go down there and help dad, and Mom, you gonna be okay.
Yeah.
You gonna be all right. You're strong like that. But
But most kids think that, though. They think that the
Mhm.
mother is always
do.
the strongest party out of the two.
They
Why
do.
is that?
I think it's in our makeup sometimes, how we are. And also he saw how I carried myself. I wasn't, and thank you, Holy Spirit, I wasn't the one that was always complaining about everything.
Mhm.
But even in my struggles, I never would complain. I would figure out, okay, what we gonna do. My thing was not to complain about it. My thing was to fix it. And I still do that
Mhm.
today. Doesn't mean that I don't go through struggles. Doesn't mean that I have weak moments, but my makeup looks different from his dad or from other
Got
people.
you.
And so he sees that.
Mm.
He sees, yeah, my mom is struggling, but my mom's struggle don't look like a struggle. But my
Mm-hmm.
Got
dad's struggle, even if it's a little thing, he could lose his toothbrush and his dad, oh my God, the world's gonna end. And my son is taking this all in. He's like, I don't know how to deal with this. The only thing I know to do is to be there with him. But Mom, you can
Got
handle
you.
the world. you know?
Right. Got you. Sean, I don't know first of all, is everything okay technically with you,
Where's Sean?
Sean? Okay. I think Sean is working on it behind the scenes. So
Okay.
while she's doing it, I guess I'll jump in the driver's seat. Now,
Drive, girl, drive.
I want to, I'm going. I want to ask you
Let's go.
about, have you seen the hardly initiated interview with the apostle? I have questions,
Girl, I saw a little
Gina.
bit. I did not watch the whole thing. I saw a
Okay.
little bit. But go ahead and let's talk. I believe it was the 12-year relationship that he's.
Yes.
Okay. Go ahead, girl.
So the woman that he was alleged to be involved with
Yeah.
did an interview with Demetrius Senegal.
Yes, she did.
Okay, so you saw that.
I saw clips of it. I didn't see the whole
Yes.
interview.
Okay, so then you probably saw what I saw as well, where they
Mhm.
clipped it to kind of illustrate that it may have been her. But
Yes.
my question is, this is what I walked away feeling like. First of all, he was adamant that he was a good husband, even with him being in the adulterous relationship.
Mm.
That's number one. Number two, he said adamantly that his wife didn't know who the woman was, but she lived with y'all.
Oh, Jesus. Mm-mm. See, I didn't get that far into the interview, but go ahead. Let's talk.
Oh, okay. So then let me give you brief
Give
context.
everybody the background in case they didn't see it. Go ahead.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can y'all hear me? Am I
Yes.
back?
Yes.
You back.
A
Okay,
little
so
bit
I
you in
don't
and
know
out.
what is going on. I heard something do a boom somewhere, and
You're back.
I'm going in and out. Ugh,
No, you're good now.
this
I
is
think she's delayed.
crazy.
Oh, she's
I'm
delayed.
back.
Yeah, she
See,
can go.
she's
Maybe
delayed.
she need to go out and come back in.
Sean, can you
Hold
go
on,
out
wait a
and
minute.
come
Let
back
me do
in?
something. I'm gonna go out and come back in. Hold on.
Okay.
Yeah. So what happened? What's the
Okay,
backstory?
so here's the context. So the context is um this young lady was a student in college. She moved from Detroit to Atlanta to attend college.
Right.
While she was in college, she experienced this person's ministry at the ground level. Okay.
Mhm.
Miss Regina Wade. So from there, and this is just a cliff note. So from there, uh, he was like a spiritual father to her, and she was just, gleaning from him. And that
Oh,
was her.
Jesus.
No, let me back up. She came to the ministry through her then boyfriend.
Okay.
So correction there. It was through
Okay.
her boyfriend. And I believe that he wasn't really a believer like that. So that was interesting. But he found out about this ministry, invited her. She came. He became her like spiritual father. She learned from him things of this nature.
Right.
Um, So fast forward, I cannot remember how she wound up living with them, but they
My
took
God,
her
today.
in. He was freshly married. That
Uh-huh.
pastor was freshly married and took this young lady in.
Okay.
While the wife was at work,
My God.
the relationship, it was one boundary tested after another that got them into a full-blown adulterous affair.
Mm.
I'm
Over the
sorry.
span, uh-oh, we can
Can
hear
y'all hear
you.
me?
Yes,
Yeah.
can you hear
Okay.
us?
Lord, jeez, I don't know what is going on with my internet, so I had to hook it to my phone. It's just
Okay.
a
Okay,
whole lot. But
okay.
y'all on the front, you know what? The spirit be working. I promise you. And it erased everything. Okay, so this was actually on the list. I got the
Yeah.
video.
Okay.
Did you
Yes.
wanna play the video?
Let me bring it up. Hold on. I got the
Okay,
video. I
okay.
kind of
Yeah.
spliced it up a little bit just to give people just a
Okay,
little of
cool,
where
good.
we're
Because I was
going with
giving
it.
my little
So
cliff
this would be
note.
a kind of
Yeah.
an
Okay,
update to get people.
okay,
Listen, while she's
I just
doing
took a
that.
couple clips from the interview. So we go.
Okay.
okay.
Well, like you said he said he was a
Hold
good
on.
husband. Let me
It's
tell you,
gonna
he
pop
may
in
have been a good
just
guy, but not a good husband. I don't know what he thought that was. Just because he was probably trying to be a good guy doesn't mean he's a good husband.
He
And
said
and
mhm.
mm-mm. And this other part where
okay.
he was mentioning to be a spiritual father to her, I'm going to do a video on this because Dr. Ben Israel and I were talking about this particular topic about these men calling themselves spiritual fathers and stuff to people. That's a caution. You got to be careful with
Mhm.
that kind of mess, you know.
For sure.
Mm-mm, mm-mm.
I,
Cece, you crack me up, Cece.
what Cece say? I said,
Not the
"Listen,
successful good girls. Get me? Oh my goodness.
listen."
She was only 18, Teresa. My
Mhm.
God. Go ahead, Courtney, and just while
I'm
she's
gonna talk, Sean, let me know when you're ready with the video. But so moves her in. They start an adulterous affair over the span. He said
Okay.
12 years.
I'm ready.
Okay. You ready? Okay.
she got it. I
Okay,
think
here we go.
she's still. Oh,
I
okay.
might be a little bit delayed because
Yeah, that's what it sounds
on
like.
my phone. Oh,
That's okay, girl. You getting it through.
Mhm.
Courtney holding it down for you.
That's ever been in a marital relationship understand that I had an affair. I had an affair. I don't think that is without question. I stepped out on my wife. This started when I was in my 20s, early 20s when I first got married. All right. And it was something that I knew was wrong. I knew was wrong, and I stopped trying to do it. Just like anybody that's addicted to something. You have days when you have days when you have weeks when you without it. You have years when you go without it. My problem is that I kept the relationship close. After the initial infraction, I should have, with wisdom, guidance, counseling, I should have separated myself. I should have removed myself. I should have ended the relationship. But because I felt like the ministry side, the relationships, the pure relationships was still worth fighting for, this was wrong. And I felt like I could address it. That's the pride. That's the pride. And I felt like I could deal with it. Instead of immediately cutting the relationship off, I kept the relationship close while trying to deal with it. So there were times where I would go see without doing anything, being faithful to my wife, live pure, but because the
Sean, I
relationship
can't
was
really
over,
hear it that well.
the individual still in close proximity.
Can you
you
pause him? I
can't.
can't
I
really
don't
hear
know
him that
why
too.
it is.
That's okay. Let's
Oh, I don't know
we
why this is. This is okay.
let's
So
have
the gist of it.
yeah, let's do that. Yeah.
Sean, did you want to say something?
Yeah. We can just talk about it because
Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
He
So
that
go
interview
ahead.
was
Go ahead. Go
loaded
ahead.
though. So I hope that if uh Miss Regina, if you see it,
yeah,
that it was a lot to extract from that.
Mhm.
But I'm just, doing the short abbreviated version. But so she said 13 years, he said 12. One thing both of them said in their separate interviews was that it took the exposure to bring the deliverance. I would love for you to speak to that. It took the exposure to bring the deliverance.
So here's what I was saying. This is my thought, my opinion, may not be the panel's facts. That just lets me know that you wouldn't have stopped until you got caught. Which means if you wouldn't have got caught, you still be doing it, which means you haven't been delivered from it. And sometimes people do say, yes, it takes the exposure to bring the deliverance. But when you make a statement like that, and it's your own self that's doing it, you have to think, really? So have you really gotten this out? So will you get, if you do something like this again, would it still, right, JP, so would it still be going on? You know, um, I think that, and it was 12 years from what he said. So we got to keep that in mind too. It was 12 years from what
12 years a slave.
12 years. So no, it gets from a point. Thank you, Spirit. That's good. It gets a point where it goes from being a unintentional affair to an intentional affair, to an intentional relationship. That unintentional part is, oh, we were living together and yes, she looked, hot next to the coffee pot and something just happened and boom, it happened. And that's kind of like that unintentional, right? Even though, yeah, you're adults, you could have stopped it. But sometimes your flesh, goes and, okay, so that's what I consider, okay, that unintentional part. Of course, that won't be happening up in this house.
Come on.
Not over here.
And it won't.
Not in the cars, not on the front lawns,
Period.
not in hotels, none of that stuff. But anyway, that's that unintentional part. Then you go to the other part where, okay, now she's doing it again. Now you knew what y'all did before, and now y'all trying to do it again. Now it goes from being unintentional to intentional. And when you get into that intentional part, it's no longer mistakes. It's intentional. You meant to do what you did. You meant to wait until that wife went to work. You meant to set this thing. You meant to have this in her house while she out there making money to pay those bills that y'all sucking up the air and the lights and all that stuff, eating her food. Y'all intended to do this. So it goes to be intentional. So you can get your deliverance after you've been caught. Yes, you can. But I get so stuck on the other part of, if y'all would have never gotten caught, you still be doing it. And I feel that way even when church ministry with these pastors, like you said, with this guy's a pastor, and they do stuff that's wrong in the church. So you would keep doing this to the members, but because you got caught, like, certain people that's in prison right now. Mm-hmm. No, and then it makes me almost have a hard time even trusting individuals like that, because it took you getting caught before you would stop. You are a leader of a whole entire church ministry. Why does it take 12 years for you to get delivered?
Now watch this. So I'm glad you brought that up, because he said, because the young lady that was interviewing him said, you are held to a higher standard. You are a pastor. That was her pastor. And her husband left the ministry. And so he said this, he said, it's the same. Everyone is held to a similar
lies. The book of Timothy teaches us he's held to
and she pulled out the book and she read it. And she read that scripture. And he said, when you do that, it causes you to idolize the leader.
Lies. It holds him accountable. It holds him accountable. That's why don't be scared to pull out your Bible and show these pastors. This is what the book says. For him to be a pastor, did he forget the book of Timothy was written? Did he forget while Paul was talking to Timothy to tell Timothy, make sure that the men that's going to be in your church is going to be under these standards? Did he forget why Paul taught that? Are we not supposed to read that and understand these are the guidelines of what pastors are supposed to look like? You can't say that, oh, you idolizing them. No, she's not. She's holding you accountable. He needs to look up his definitions and get into what the defining words of idolizing and holding accountable mean.
I'm going to push back here just a little bit. And Sean, interject, because, honey, I can go.
I'm getting his technicalities together. So go right on ahead. I love it.
Go ahead.
Okay. My slight pushback, because I understood where he was coming from.
Go ahead.
In that, in the pew, oftentimes there is no room for humanity with a pastor's divinity or his calling, right? So I understood what he was saying. Like, y'all are holding me to a higher standard, but you can do whatever you want. Like, he didn't say that. That's what that's me. But what I'm saying is, I do think that Yes, teachers are based upon, according to the scripture, are held to a higher standard because of what they know, right?
Title.
Their title.
Title. Mm-hmm.
But why is it that they can have a fall from grace
Mm-hmm.
and we want to strip them of everything, but we can live like hell in the pews?
But see, that's the difference. That's the difference. We are also held accountable for our actions also as members of a church. And I get what you're saying. And I actually can agree with you to a point.
Mm-hmm.
Some members will not allow their pastors to be human. I understand that. There's a difference. There's a difference in being human and a leader that says you are a leader for Christ. Once you take on the position and role of a pastor, there are some things that you cannot do that your members doing. You just can't, because you are a leader. It's just like when you're in corporate America. There are some bosses own these corporations. They cannot do what their employees are doing because they are held to a higher standard.
Gotcha.
Pastors are the same thing. You can't do. Now, we're not saying that the members get off scot easy. We got stuff we supposed to do also. Remember, we are followers of Christ. We have to change from the old and become the new. So we don't get off easy either. But God holds the people that say they are his leaders. He holds them at a higher standard because they need to be the example of what we are striving to be. And if they are not the examples of what we are striving to be, if they look just like us, then they need to sit in the membership role with us and get off the pulpit. If the pastors want to continue to be like the members, then get off the pulpit and sit in the membership role.
Well, let me ask you this then.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine being 20-something years old and you're pastoring a church and you have this level of accountability on your life and you're growing as a man or a woman. Imagine that. So,
but I get that. I get that. Here's the other thing. You could be 20-something. You are taking on the role of a pastor. If your age ain't ready for the duty, don't do it.
That's good.
And then
what a lot of people
this,
do, they try and hold that age. Say, well, he was young. Wait a minute now. Timothy was young. Timothy was young. And Paul had conversations with Timothy about what to do and what not to do. Paul had a conversation with Timothy and said, basically, they're going to try you because you're young. Paul had that conversation with Timothy. So you don't get off just because you're young. You don't get to get scot-free because you're young. You took on the duty. Study the book of Timothy and know what you're supposed to do. You can't live like everybody else. My mom used to tell us this. I'm going to come back to you, Sean. I know it's your show. Sorry. But my mom used to tell us this. She said, I don't care what the neighbor's kids doing. Y'all my kids. And we are a different standard from the neighbor's kids. And we used to always say, but mama, they doing it. Mama said, no, them ain't my kids. Y'all my kids.
That's right.
So while they weren't getting beat, we were. Because we were hurt. Go ahead, Sean. I'm sorry.
And see, another thing to that too is when you get in certain positions, there is just certain things that you don't want to do anymore.
You shouldn't want to do.
There are just certain things that you change. It doesn't even have to do with the position of a pastor. It's in anything.
An individual.
If you're, let's just say you're a Lyft driver. When you first start off, you're gonna do certain things. The more you drive, and it's like, okay, well, if I have water, then I'll get this tip. Or if I play certain music, I'll do this. Or if I wear certain things, I'll do this. It just comes with maturity in anything.
Yeah.
So when you get to a new pastor, I give you some mistakes because you just got there. Okay. But this was 12, 13 years.
But let's think about the psyche of it all, right?
Yeah.
So you're 20-something. Your ministry is growing faster than you can keep up.
Right.
You're not used to certain things that are happening to you now. You have no mentor to kind of guide you through this. You're just walking through it.
Yeah.
That's one of the problems. Because think, some of the mentors are who these people are following.
Boom.
So if my mentor did it, and he got away with it. You can't go and talk to somebody who doing the same thing.
Yeah. I want to
This
say
is where you learn this from.
I get what Courtney's saying too, and I wholeheartedly agree with her because members will idolize their pastors. You are totally right on that, Courtney. And that's why I tell people a lot of times when I have conversations, y'all members are creating these monsters. Y'all create them because y'all idolize them. But like Sean is saying too, when these young pastors come into ministry, thank you, Holy Spirit. First of all, these young people get pushed into ministry way before they're ready. They get pushed in it. Somebody, big mama done said, "Oh, you can preach, baby. You need to
because of
preach.
their gift.
You got this." But see, they don't do what Paul did to Timothy. Paul had to teach Timothy. Before he gave Timothy the church of Corinth, he had to teach Timothy. So you got to go through a teaching process first. But what these people doing now, like Big Mama, they're like, let my baby get up there and preach. My baby can preach. Let my baby get there and do that.
Let me say this though, to that. Just because you have the gift of preaching does not call you to be a pastor.
No.
Just because little Jimmy is sitting over here standing on the stoop with the cooking spoon in his hand, that does not mean that he's called to pastor.
It may mean he's
you
a good
can be a
motivational
preacher
speaker.
without being a pastor. You can still preach good and travel without being a pastor.
I inboxed this one pastor online one day because he gave up his church. And he said the reason why he gave up his church is because he said his lifestyle wasn't fitting the calling. White gentleman. Let me tell y'all, when I respect the man, he said his lifestyle was not fitting the calling. So I wanted to talk to him about that. And he reached back to me. We were inboxing each other. And I said, so what are you doing now? And he said, I realize I'm a motivational speaker and not a preacher.
That's good.
Wow. And I said, well, I can appreciate because here's what he did. He cleaned up that pulpit by removing himself. And he still does what he does well, speak. But he's in the realm now of a motivational speaker instead of a pastor because he understood his lifestyle was going to mess up somebody else's lifestyle.
I can appreciate.
Has he been on your show yet?
No, we were inboxing each other, emailing each other, and he was going through some things and he just wasn't ready to do the live interview. But we had the whole conversation. And I think his stance on it was right. And there's another pastor that did the same thing. He stepped away from preaching because he said, I am a motivational speaker. I'm not a pastor.
So then let me ask you this, and I know this is going to take a slight turn.
That's okay.
Do you think Karn should be a motivational speaker?
I think Karn should be. Oh, I almost went somewhere. Hold on.
Bring it
back. Let me come back.
Pastor, come back.
I sure want to know what you was going to say, though.
Here's my thing with Karn. I think he's more of a comedian a lot of times, really. I think he's very comical. He gets that from his dad. He's very, very comical. I think what Prophet Karn really should be doing is he should be, because he knows that Bible back and forth. He just don't, in my opinion, my opinion may not be y'all's facts. He just doesn't live it the right way. And so it gives the church a bad name. But what I do think he would be really good at is teaching the Bible, not in a public forum, but in a private setting.
No, wait a minute.
Yeah, not in a
public forum.
No, not a public forum.
So he can teach Bible study like at the crib, at home,
in a room somewhere, online, and and the reason why I say that is because even if he teaches it in public, people are going to look at his lifestyle and they're going to judge the church based on that. So when I say teaching, I think he should do like a school or something where he teach young ministers how to, this is what the word said. I think something like that. But
so he can duplicate himself and other people?
No, I don't think he's duplicating.
No.
He's teaching them the Bible. He's teaching them the Bible. It's like a social study teacher.
Now he believe in hyper grace. Now you want him to teach that?
Well,
But see, again,
because
here
what I
we go.
was going to say at the beginning did have nothing to do with him teaching anybody anything.
But this go back to what I just said a few minutes ago.
What's that?
Brian Kern is the product of who he's been under.
Yes.
So, and I'm gonna tell you
absolutely.
what, because I watched that clip. Oh, I thought I had it of him and Robbie Warren when they were outside.
Yeah.
And he's asked him, was he living saved? And he said, yes, I am. He said, no, you're not. And he said, yes, I am. He said, no, you're not. He said, yeah. So that goes to show that although, and then we have to again look at his age. He's no,
Sister Regina said we're not looking at age now.
No, we gotta look at the age. And the reason why I'm saying that we have to look at the age is because what we came up under, to us, it's like,
he came up under the same thing.
Right.
But he's a different age.
He came up under all the old folks.
Old school.
And that's why he got that old soul.
But y'all gotta listen to what I'm saying. Them old folks that he came up with was doing the same thing that he's doing. So he doesn't see that. That's what
they weren't cheating on their taxes on
raised. But see, this is the thing.
Allegedly, because I don't know. Please don't sue me. I don't.
No, Brian, don't sue me. Because I don't have it.
The way these lawsuits coming out, I don't need it.
But it's not. And the reason that I'm saying that, okay, let's take music for instance. Praise and worship don't work for me. I'm a choir girl.
Because you was born into the whole choir judge, all that.
Listen to what you're saying though. Because I was born, I come from the choir judge.
Because of your family. But his family wasn't like that.
I understand that, but listen to what I'm saying. Praise team don't work for me. It don't move me. It does absolutely nothing for me. But I can sit in church and watch people fall out and they crying and they snotting and their lashes is coming off. The glue is moved back because they sweating and stuff. And they really, really, really going in. And I'm sitting there like, okay, so we read how y'all.
My wig did get pushed back one Sunday.
Words off the thing. So it's a different type of feeling. He's into what he's into because one, he's young and he's look at the people in his church.
Now you just agreed with Miss Regina prior to you saying this. Now,
no,
when she said that about Timothy.
No, I'm not saying I'm not agreeing with Sean because he's young. I'm adding to her sentence.
I'm saying Sean was in agreement with you when you were talking about Timothy and how you need to be able to, regardless of your age, be able to carry the weight.
You should, but then that's
regardless of age.
Regular person. When you have grown up in nothing but seeing all of the years from you being a kid, you watching all of these pastors with these church women doing and getting away with.
But we don't know what he's seen. That's number one. Number two, he had a woman pastor. That doesn't mean that she was above reproach. But he did not see, allegedly, he did not see what he has seen until he got onto a certain level or a certain platform.
Benny Hinn.
And who's been chastised and for real, something happened to that he's been around.
No. Here's what they may not have been chastised because you're talking about the big wigs, you're talking about the Benny Hinns, you're talking about all the big people. So who's gonna chastise them first of all? Who's gonna do that?
Who's gonna check them?
Who gonna check them?
Who gonna check them, boo?
Right. Who gonna check me, boo? Shout out to Sheree. Who gonna check me, boo? But Sean, you're right. He is a product of his environment. But here's the difference that a lot of people need to understand. Just because he is a product of that environment, it does not give him a pass to still be able to do what he did.
No, it does. It definitely does.
See, that's what it sounded like you were saying, Sean, because you were saying because of his age.
I was just saying what he's doing. He didn't just come up with off the top of his head and just start doing it. What I'm saying is, this is a pattern that he's seen, and to him, nobody has
Okay? Y'all think
really,
he's seen the tax thing?
I don't know if he's seen it in some of the others, but I will say this: sometimes in large corporations, they know some things that we don't know, and people attempt and do some things. There's a lot of large major people who are in prison right now because of tax evasion.
Yeah.
There's a lot of large people. So it's taught somewhere that somebody said, well, you don't have to pay this if you just amend your taxes. It's taught somewhere. Somebody had to say, okay, you could probably do this, you could probably do that, you
and
know.
he tweaked it.
And if he went on the guidance of that advice, or because very, very rarely do you think of that kind of stuff yourself, because normally when you file your taxes, you be more like, dog, I gotta pay all this, and so very rarely do you think of that stuff on yourself. But I think as far as going back to Prophet Brian Carn and should he be, what should he be doing, I would have to go and ask Courtney now. What do you think Prophet Brian Carn should be doing? What do you think he should be
my
doing?
God.
Well, I'm gonna swing it back around to you, girl.
Ooh.
Come on, Court.
Well, I asked that because you said that you and Sean were saying that sometimes just because you're gifted doesn't necessarily mean that you should pastor.
Right.
And so I agree with that. While I agree with that wholeheartedly, I think that maybe he should have remained on the evangelism circuit type of thing.
He's an awesome co-pastor.
No.
Youth pastor.
No, absolutely.
Oh God,
not. No. I think evangelist, had he kept just going around just preaching, I think that would have been okay. But I was wondering if Miss Regina thought that he should be a motivational speaker. That's what I was wondering.
But here's the thing: what is he motivating? See, there's a difference in being a motivational speaker. You got to be. What are you motivating? All
I'm gonna play devil's advocate.
Has shown us that he knows that Bible back and forth. But see, like me, I'm a motivational speaker. What do I motivate? You don't have to stay in your past. You could be better. I can motivate a single mother. I understand that. I've lived that. I can motivate that. I can motivate marriages.
You giving pastor real strong though. You give pastor. It doesn't give motivational speaker. It gives pastor. When is your church? Where your church at? That's what it's giving.
Look, boys Nana say Karen should just sit in jail and ask God for direction and truly follow God.
Oh my God. But you know what? I think these people genuinely start out so pure. I believe that Karen, I still think he loves the Lord with all his heart. I think that when he started out, you probably couldn't find no fault in him, right? Yeah. He was probably walking that tight line. And then I think that what happens is on certain platforms and over a certain period of time, I think you get I don't want to use the word perverted, but your purity gets perverted.
Yeah.
But okay, then now let's go here. He don't work for me. Right? But when you look at his services and you look at the people in his services, somewhere something is working.
You know what works? Entertainment. Entertainment works in churches. When you look at the large churches, a lot of it is entertainment. Entertainment sells, and it sells in the church ministry too. Let's not pretend and act like a lot of these things are not entertainment. That's real. That's real talk. Because with the real preachers that are preaching the real, let me tell you something. They churches ain't always packed out like that because people don't like the hard truth. They like entertainment.
Because they know
the Bible speaks of tingling ear, tingling noise. The Bible speaks of that. People like to be entertained. They don't like correction. They don't like accountability. They don't like that stuff. The larger churches, that's why they get the young hip hop groups to come in there and like Sean said, be the choirs, because a lot of times, and no shade to some of these choirs, but a lot of times it's not a Judah mentality. It's not bringing in the praise. It's bringing in the entertainment. They want to get you hyped up. They want. That's why people got to understand there's a difference between praise and worship. There's a difference between it. That's why back in the old days, what they would do, man, you could sing a hymn without any music and
Yes.
move the whole house.
Nothing.
And I'm the type of person
nothing.
when Sean was talking about music and what she prefers in church or whatever, let me tell you, I could get my whole spirit on with somebody, a young lady, a young kid, or a young man could be singing and they all off key. But if I know that thing coming from the heart, my whole spirit moved. It ain't about that ear gate. Always. It's about this heart thing. And that's why thank you, Holy Spirit. That's why we got to have the music to touch the soul and stop trying to touch the mind and the ear.
I don't want to hear them kids sing on that mic now on Sundays. I don't want to hear the kids.
Let me tell you, I have heard.
I'm playing. I'm kind of playing, and I'm kind of not.
I have heard some bad ones too. I heard some bad ones. I just bless them, Lord, bless them.
But I see what you're saying.
But as a musician,
go ahead, girl.
I be trying to listen with my heart.
Sean need them to sing skillfully before the Lord, and that's what the book says.
No, it's not even that. It's just certain.
No, but I see what you're saying, Sister Regina. You know I'm carrying on, and look, I done called you Sister Regina, Pastor. I'm trying.
I get you. Y'all fine with it. It don't matter. Y'all are fine on all of it. I understand Sean also because I interviewed a pastor and he's a musician, and he said the same thing. Listening to music to his ear is different from me, who's not a trained musician. So whereas I may be like, oh my God, I'm on the floor, I'm crying, I'm slaying and spit all this stuff because that little baby sang, and you know, to me it hit me. To him, he'd be like, it couldn't get past my ears. And it's not that it's a bad thing. It's just that's how I do. That's why I started off with this is me. This is how I deal with it. But everybody is different.
Listen, I feel so bad. I was at a service not too long ago, and the pastor got up and he said he was gonna sing a song.
Okay. Oh Lord,
and
Jesus.
He started singing.
Uh-oh.
And before I knew it, I said, I can't do this. And I kind of said it out loud.
Okay.
And so before my inside started breaking down, I got up and I left out, and I was in the hall. So people
it was that serious.
I left out because I was in the spirit or something.
Ooh.
So 2 of my cousins came out, and when they looked at me, I was dying laughing, and they was looking at me like, well, what's wrong? But I could.
They thought you were touched at first.
Like, and I was standing there like,
Sean, you could have sat in there for all that. See, look at you.
I couldn't, and I recorded it.
Sean said she was done.
And I recorded it because I said somebody else got to hear this because this is.
Now I have been in some churches where I was like, bless him, Lord. That's all I can say. Bless him, Lord, because I have been in some off-key services. I have off-key.
She said the whole service.
I've been in some services. But going back to this pastor, if we could for a moment, with this 12-year intentional relationship, I still and the young lady that I interviewed him, the little bit that I saw, she did an excellent job.
You think so?
I think she. Well, the little part that I saw, that's what I said. I just saw the little part that I saw.
Okay.
I think this young man, I think he still needs to have some real work. Did he say that he was doing
a one-man show?
Did he do
and therapy? Yes.
He's doing therapy. Okay.
He's doing therapy.
Yeah.
He's done a one-man show. He's about to do another one-man show. And she kind of questioned that too. Like, you finna do a one-man show? So the young lady that interviewed him, I felt like because of her relationship with him, it wasn't journalistic from a non-biased perspective.
It was personal.
It was personal.
And she was trying to
for her also to interview her own, pastor,
her former pastor, because her and her husband left the church. He married them, all the things. But I think it was great as far as
kudos to her for doing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
And she really held his feet to the fire. She done took out her Bible and read from the book of Timothy to him. And to me, it kind of made me cringe just a little bit because I'm like, my God, like I get it.
Yeah.
Maybe, I mean, it's great. Who is this? Courtney has views.
Kanique. Hi, Kanique.
I'm thinking it's great for clicks and views and entertainment because I watched it. I'm sure a lot of people were tuned in, but by the same
Mhm.
token, I was like, man, I wonder if this could have been done maybe a different way. And this conversation should have maybe been behind the mountain because,
Or with somebody else.
or with somebody else, maybe. But it
Well,
was good. It wasn't bad, but I just kind of cringed a little bit.
I
And
get it.
then,
And what is the one
especially
man
at some of
show
his
going to
answers.
be about? What is the one man show going to be about?
Okay, so the first one he did was about everything that happened when it first got exposed. This second one man show is going to be about grief.
Is he still married to his wife?
Yes.
Oh man,
Has he done a therapy session?
we need an
That's-
interview with her. We need an
that's-
interview with the wife.
See, Pieces of Genius
She
is got a point because you're coming out here and going to do this expose, but have you completely healed from this? Have you completely dealt with, have you and your wife completely dealt with this before you go on having these
Well, he
series?
took a season. He took a sabbatical from the ministry. I don't know if y'all remember that because one of the content creators had did something in regards to that, and they have been in full throttle in therapy, and he's still in therapy. So he is doing the work. But I think that healing is a process, is a journey. It's a lifelong journey. But like someone said, it might have been Tarsha in a previous show that there is levels to the healing, and so I can understand that.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Is he at the point where he can effectively do that?
Well, this is his second one-man show.
It depends on it depends on really what the topics are. What I mean, like Courtney said, grief. I'm like, grief in what instance? What, grief of what? So it depends, because some people can do, motivational speaking based on their experience and things that they did and what
but you got to show me it's something that you've done. I don't know if I would take a motivational speech from a person that is newly out of a situation without it being like a minute between. You can't tell me.
Wait, so what's the timeline on that? Now wait, y'all. All right.
I don't know.
I get it.
Specifically, but that's just like somebody just getting their coin from AA. Now they want to go and be like, give me a little
sponsor.
Something. Yeah, like you can be a sponsor with a sponsor. You know what I'm saying? But
so then why can't
come right out and just be like, okay, well, this is how you know, because I don't even know if it really worked for you for real.
Yeah, that's why I said I would really. This piece of hair is aggravating me. That's why I said. That's why I said I really would like to know what is the one man show really about. And then
he talked about it in the interview.
I actually had emailed it to myself a few days ago. I need to look at it.
Yeah, I got it.
You ain't have time.
No, girl. I got a whole man in there. I ain't have time.
Come on. I don't want to have time either, Nazis.
Listen. And with everything that's going on, it ain't been enough time to really get into too much. Every time you get ready to do one thing, something else pop up. It's like
there was a week where it was silent though, because I remember telling Londa, I was like, it's real quiet on these YouTube streets. As soon as I said that, here come the lawsuit.
Boom.
Oh goodness.
Boom.
Now, I would like to hear his wife's story as well.
Yeah.
I would like to know if she has spoken out.
She
and
hasn't.
what her thought and what her process. And I wonder if she's allowed to speak out.
If she can, yeah.
Okay, so let me take that back. They did something where they sat down with the church, and it was on their live stream for their church service, along with their pastor, Joby Brady, and they shared from both perspectives. So she has spoken.
But she spoke in next to him.
She spoke next to him. She
There's a
did.
difference.
Okay.
Because sometimes your voice is not as loud when you're sitting next to the person that.
I like that, Pat. I like that.
Yeah,
I
sometimes
like
your
that.
voice needs to be loud when it's alone. I mean, he sat and did his interview. You know, she should be able to
Alone.
sit. Now, she may not want to, and that's why I'm always questioning. You know, has she spoken? Because there are women out there, and especially in the church, that are going through similar what she went through, and so they would like to probably hear what she has to say as well.
But she's never been like super vocal in that regard. She has a school there in Atlanta that she started and that she runs as a charter school doing well. But I don't think that she's ever really
She may
been
not
that
want to.
forerunner like that.
Yeah, she
And
may.
then how would you, as the wife, having been through it, I'm curious to know how would you do that and still attempt to cover your husband? You
And
see
Ooh,
how
what
do
I'm
you
saying?
come back from it?
She stayed
yeah,
with him.
Because as the wife, you have to know that people, when you come to church, looking at you like, oh, she's still with him. Oh, well, how did that's another side of it that people forget about that. Yes,
yeah,
it's him, but he still has a wife who is still the
Mhm,
first lady of the church.
mhm.
So people are looking at her. Some people are
embarrassment to
looking at
her.
her like, oh, she's strong. Some people looking at her like, girl, ain't no way. Some people
Right.
looking at her like, tell me what you did because I'm going through the same thing. Like,
Yes.
how do I
Mhm.
do this? How do
Yeah.
now she can sit down and do, I would just probably listen to her and say, okay, well, how did you do this?
But what could she say without really exposing her husband?
Well, he already
It's what
exposed
more is
himself, and if she needs
to
to expose
He
more,
expose?
did, but he did it
but
in a
wait,
cutesy way.
that's
What
why I
is it?
said.
Another
That's why I
person?
said she probably would be. It probably would be beneficial for her to expose more because he's exposing what he wants seen, but it may not be all that hurt her. And so she may need to expose more because he said basically what you're saying. His thing was he didn't change until he got caught. So maybe there's still some changes that need to take place in him, and maybe she needs to expose those parts.
So I'm gonna say this to you
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know if you'll do a show on it or not, like after
Mhm.
you watch the interview. But
Mhm.
they did a like a documentary style thing on YouTube on his YouTube channel where they
Mhm.
did discuss the the hard things. But one
Okay.
thing about him is that he's not he still dresses it up a little bit even
He
though it's
controlling the
ugly.
narrative.
He still try to put a little lipstick on the pig still. Even
That's
though
why I
he's being
see.
honest and say I was in an adulterous affair and that's ugly enough, right? But he's not gonna he doesn't ever like get down to it. So this is their truth, and I think she speaks on some
Mhm.
of the episodes. So if you have an opportunity to look
Yeah,
that
I
up
will.
on his channel, please
Mhm.
do so and kind of
Yeah.
review that.
Yeah, I'm
But
gonna have to
and
look
she
at and
did
see
speak
what.
on some of it, but still, I don't think you'll get that raw, you know.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think you
Mm-hmm.
get two people who are in ministry still trying to keep what piece of ministry they have because they did
Right.
suffer as a result of it because a lot of people did leave.
Yeah.
And then now he did share this on the interview as well that
Mhm.
the building that they were in was sold from underneath him because of what they went through.
Well, there's penalties to it.
Mm.
There's
Pieces
penalties.
of genius. That's what I was thinking.
Right.
He script. I want her by herself
Right.
without him on the side looking at her, intimidating,
Tapping
not
her on the
saying that
leg.
that's what happened.
Mhm.
But see, he doesn't have to script her. Imagine you are married to a pastor. Y'all have experienced the most embarrassing, most traumatic experience ever. How do you tell the story without it getting dirty? She's not going to tell the story. I
It,
know first ladies who have lived the worst.
yeah,
They can't
but what
tell
I'm
the
saying
story.
is the only thing I'm saying with that is
Mhm.
this is what This is why some of these cycles continue.
Yeah.
We need a woman. It ain't even got to be her, but some woman has to be able to come out, tell her truth about when I found out it did this and I did this and this is how I, because there's so many other women that are going through it. Somebody got to stand up and say, this is the nitty gritty truth. Cause just like what's the one in Hilliard?
Uh-huh. No.
She said what she said, but she ain't say what she said, but then and now they back together.
Name me one first lady or former first lady who comes out with the nitty gritty when they have
That's the
children
problem.
involved, when they have families involved.
Yeah.
It is very challenging.
The one that was
even
on the
true.
preachers of LA, I think it was. I forget her name. They went through a divorce, and she has a YouTube channel. If I remember,
Maisha
I'll put
Change.
it in the
She's
chat.
still
Right.
yes,
Her,
putting
yes.
lipstick on the pig.
Yeah,
I
see,
love
we
her.
need. I want.
I
like they
love
say
her
in
to
the streets,
pieces.
all
Yeah,
natural.
I like her
She's
channel.
No
still.
filters. No,
It
none of that.
is
Raw.
hard.
Well, you
It
know
is.
why it's hard? Because one, the woman, first of all, we got to understand that's a great embarrassment, because when you look at these individuals cheating on someone for all these years, I don't care what woman you are, it will make you to have the mindset of I'm not good enough, or I wasn't good enough. And the reason, thank you, Holy Spirit, why a lot of women still fight for that marriage is because they want to prove that they are. That's another reason why those women, a lot of them stay, because they want to, they're still proving I am good enough. You did not win. That, you know, that proof.
Now let me take that back. I just thought about a first lady who has come out. Okay, do y'all remember Chris? He used to be the youth pastor at the Potter's House, Chris Hill, Joy Hill, and she's since remarried, so I can't remember her new last name. Now she'll come out and tell it.
Okay.
She went, so there are these first ladies who have a podcast, and I can't remember the name of the podcast. You know what I'm talking about? Now she killed it. Her interview, she laid it out. This is what it is. He's married to our goddaughter.
Oh, Jesus.
And see,
now
stuff
that's
like
the
that.
one. But a lot of them, now the first ladies that have the podcast, they're sharing as best as they can, but they still trying to protect and cover too.
Cover that ministry.
But see, okay.
But not only that, I think is children, because I've spoken with a woman who's gone through a traumatic divorce, and I'm like, tell your story. You should write a book because it was crazy what happened. And she said, Courtney, I'm thinking about my son.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay,
too.
but okay, then I'm gonna play. Y'all know I'm gonna always be the in the middle one.
That's okay.
But your children are still living it, regardless to whether you say anything about it or not. Especially kids of age, they see the internet, they hear the people talking around the church, so they're still going to hear certain things. Why not talk to your kids?
But you know what? And I just thought about this when you said that, because I agree, and I said that same thing. But here's the thing also, I think that plays a big part. I think a lot of women try to cover themselves too. They don't want to hear you're stupid. Why did you stay as long as you did? How you gonna let him do that to you? You should know better than that. I think a lot of times they're trying to and also they have spent so many years, a lot of these first ladies, covering, protecting, trying to stop the water from leaking, like using using buckets, using tape, using all this stuff. They've done it for so many years that it's very hard for them to break out of that. And then lastly, depending on who you were married to, you could get a defamation case.
Well, I think the larger reason also why a lot of them won't tell it, because they feel as though it's not the public's business. They feel like I went through this and I'm not going to share because these details are not your business. I will only share with you what I think is your business. See, we have to understand what we put out on social media. Why are we putting it out? Are we putting it out to help heal somebody? Or are we just putting it out there? And so when you go into these things, you almost got to have this business mindset of what is this purpose of me putting this out? Is it going to help, heal, destroy, or do nothing? So maybe a lot of time these women, they're just like, maybe it's not the public's,
But it's a part of healing because you can only imagine how many women
but
suffer in silence.
sometimes some of their healing is not explaining the full details. That is part of their healing because sometimes when they explain the full detail, it creates a wound that is very hard for them to now heal because so many people have exposure to that Band-Aid to keep pulling it off.
Yeah, but then too, I'm about to go back to the middle. But then too, not talking about it and people still whispering, that's still a Band-Aid.
But they don't know the full details. There's a difference. They're whispers, but they don't know the full details.
But it's still a Band-Aid because you have people out here formulating their own narrative, and it could very well be the man himself formulating a narrative that's a lie and putting all the weight on you. So
But
that's still a Band-Aid.
Some women are fine. They are okay with a lie. They will live with that lie. I can't with you, St. James. I can't.
Apostle,
Tell it.
Spill it. Tell it all.
Save the people.
Some women are more comfortable with a lie because it is a lie. They're not comfortable with the truth.
Ooh.
So that's why a lot of these women, they don't care that these women out here lying because they know it's a lie. What hurts them is not the lie, it's the truth. That's in some cases. Now, some people cases, a lie does hurt. But in some of these women, they're like, okay, well, they think it was that. Well, good thing they don't know what it really was.
But do you think if abuse or any type of criminal act was involved, like pedophile stuff,
that's a whole
do you think it should be exposed?
Here's what they might do. Now, as a wife, I know if something like that happened, you don't did this with this child. I know legally what can happen to you. Do I want that to happen to you? So sometimes now the woman thing is, and then here's the other thing. You don't want to be charged with a possible accessory if you did know and did not say anything.
It's a lot that come with it's
right. There's a lot.
It's so much bigger.
Yeah. Sometimes these women, why they don't say anything, it's not so much as a protection for them. Like Courtney said, it's a protection for the man. She's still protecting him. Even in her hurt, she's still protecting him. But I would like to know how the little girl got out the house, because once she found out what happened, that's what I would have wanted to know. Because I would have been like, girl, do I need to pull up and knock on your door and help you? What
so
happened?
She did.
Yeah, see, we got to get into some things.
Miss Regina don't play no games. You hear
I'm
me?
from Miami, girl. I'm from Miami. What's his address?
Okay.
He was still coming around. And then there was a period of time, he was pushing her to marry her then boyfriend. And she was like, I don't want to be married. I don't want him to come into all of this that's going on. And she said it was almost like a love triangle.
Oh, heck no.
She did not want to marry, but she married him anyway because the pastor was pushing her to marry so that people, because it was already rumored, so it wouldn't look
So he was a conniver as well.
Controlling the narrative.
Oh my God.
Now I got all of that from the woman's interview and not from his.
Yeah.
Send it to me because I didn't see. I need that.
It's on Hardly Initiated for those of you who are asking. The interview is on Hardly Initiated.
But I think are you referring to the woman's interview?
No, the pastor's interview.
No, Sean, you referring to
the woman's interview. I've seen the pastors. I want the woman's interview. Oh,
I have to find it.
I don't know what city. What city are they in? What or
Atlanta?
State?
Atlanta, Georgia.
Oh, okay. Then I'm in the A. Okay.
Yeah, I love the A.
I'm go down in the
I'm
A.
a D girl by the A. I'm gonna stick with it. Okay, so I saw this today, and then it went on. Joy 105 beat. I don't know if Joy 105 has drone somewhere.
They be catching it quick, don't it?
I'm
Joy
like,
105 is funny.
Especially wood. And I'm gonna have to look
I didn't
into
even
why
watch
y'all
them today.
post
I'm
this
so
stuff all the
proud of
time. Go
myself.
ahead.
Ugh. But I saw this and I said, okay, so we doing this again.
Shout out to Joy 105.
Shout out, because honey, you keep it. Listen, you keep
Mhm. I love you, Joy
everybody.
I
105.
can't remember her name, but
I know.
yeah.
I know. She came in my
You know who
chat one
she
day.
is?
It was
Okay.
funny. She came in my chat one day and I was like, shout out to Joy 105.
Yeah, Joy 105. Listen, I
Oh
don't
my
know what
gosh, she
kind
be
of
on it.
on it. So
Mhm.
let's okay. So we had New Birth, okay.
Mhm.
Then we had Don Lemon. Now we have another one. Now, to me, this is some crap, and people gonna stop doing this. Y'all gonna stop going to people's churches. Y'all gonna stop doing this because it's going to get bad. It's going to get bad. So All Things Theology put up something yesterday, and then he did something else day before yesterday. Then he did another one yesterday. So we're going to go into what he said, what was edited that happened, but then I'm gonna show you. No, I'm gonna show you what the actual, not the edited part. So we gonna check this real quick.
And some friends. Oh, I've been doing videos on Prophet Marcus
Hold
Thomas. If
on.
you're aware of my channel, I've been talking about how he's doing these large seed offerings, $10,000, $5,000, right? All for a blessing in the name of God. And I've been talking about how terrible it is and how he targets particularly
Are you
single
able to
women.
turn it up a little
We'll
bit?
talk about that more at the end of this video.
It's I don't know why it's not up. It's
Click it
all the
on your
way.
YouTube on the link that you are. Make sure that volume is all the way up.
That's what I'm looking at. It's all the way up.
Okay.
Oh,
That's okay. We can hear.
Yeah.
can you hear it?
It was just low, but it's fine.
Okay.
Well, I saw that he was in Marshall, Texas doing a conference. Pastors like Jabal Bryant was going to be there. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. It's only 2 hours from me. I'm from the Dallas area. I was like, I'm going to go. Right? My whole objective was after the service, I was going to want to talk to him and confront him on some of these things. I was kicked out before that opportunity got there, but we'll get to.
Okay. So pretty much he decided that he wanted to go to this man's church, well, to a guest church,
Oh
to
yeah.
confront him about how he raises his offerings,
Who
because
is him? Did he say the name? I didn't hear the name.
um
Marcus Thomas.
is it Marcus Thomas?
Uh-oh.
Hold on, let me see.
I couldn't hear the name.
Yes,
Yes, it was. I'm not
World
surprised.
Harvest.
Okay.
Okay, so you then go. I don't know if it's going to get louder. I'm trying to, but he's in front of this man's church with a microphone and a speaker. So you're in front of this, not you're in front
That's
of
All
this man.
Things Theology guy doing
Mhm,
it?
mhm. You went to this man's church in front of just yelling and preaching.
That's why we came out here. Our charge is love.
So now I might have to take it off. If I go out of here, I don't know why it's going to delete everything. So I don't know why the volume is like this. I don't know why
That's
the
okay.
camera is
It's
like
fine.
this. I
Yeah.
don't know, but we going to go. So my thing is this. Even if you feel a certain type of way, that does not give you the right to go with a speaker and a microphone and stand in front of this man's church, quoting scriptures and telling people that they going to hell and what he doing. You can't Why do people feel
Why?
like they can just keep doing this? If you don't like how people raised offering, don't go. Just don't go. But that is another disrespectful person that has gone and disrupted somebody's service.
I'd have to say this. You have to be very careful nowadays with where you tread with your microphone and your speaker.
Please don't make me laugh.
Because let me tell you, there's a lot going on, and a lot of these churches ain't all saved. And so you got to be real careful out there, with your. I did it. I have a TikTok video that I emailed myself. I was going to do some conversation on it. This man was out on the street in a public park preaching, and he had his camera set up there. And this white gentleman walked up to this black man who was preaching, and he told the man, the white man said to the preacher, why are you out here spreading all this? I don't want to hear this. And the preacher was like, well, listen. I'm just out here, sharing God's word, whatever. I have a right to do it. And the white man, he was like, what are you saying? Blah, 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 blah. And he pulled out a gun. Well, when he pulled out, he pulled out a weapon. We pulled out a weapon. And as soon as he pulled out that weapon, the black man preacher, he was like, okay, he got silent, but it wasn't over yet. So the preacher started saying, well, listen, let me just show you something. Let me just show you something in the word. And the man was like, you show me anything else, I'm going to do this to you. You're going to be blah, 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 all this. And it ended up in a tussle. Okay, the guy with the weapon made the wrong move, and the preacher grabbed the weapon, and they tussled off screen. And the guy came back. The preacher guy came back in camera view. He got the weapon in his hand, and he told the guy, he said, "See, why you come over here?" Now he went to cussing. He went to cursing the man out. The preacher, this was the preacher, y'all, because everybody ain't saved all the way. Some got, but anyway. He went to preach. He said, I got the weapon. I got him. And that's why you leaking. So I don't know if he fired the weapon at him or whatever. But y'all going to have to be careful about going in front of people and trying to stop them from doing what they doing. You got to be cautious. I'm not going to say that I get mad for people for doing it, because I understand sometimes you want to save people as best you can. But you just got to be cautious about how you are doing it. The one thing that All Things Theology did right was he was on the public sidewalk. So he's not going to get arrested. He was on a public sidewalk. It is illegal to go into a religious organization doing service and interrupt a worship service. That's why Don Lemon got in trouble. Okay, because that's illegal. But you can go and protest on a public sidewalk. That's why the man that went to Pastor Jamal Bryant's church, when they escorted him out, he said while he was driving his car, there's a sidewalk. It's a public place. He knew he could get out and do it there. So there's ways to do that. But I would not be one to do it that way. All Things Theology got a whole YouTube channel doing very well. Very well. He could continue.
Better just stay right there.
You risk yourself going out. And then here's the thing. How many people are really going to listen that are already members of that church? They're going to see you as the problem, not their pastor as the problem. So I don't know what the best rule to do when it comes to stuff like that, because I do know those of us that are out here, we know your pastor doing stuff wrong. We know it. We want you to know it, because a lot of time these pastors will tell their congregation, don't look at social media. It's a sin to look at it, because they don't want their pastors, they don't want their members to be aware of what's going on.
They still be looking at social media.
Some of them
some of
them don't. Some of them don't. They are blind. They don't know what's going on. And you do want to be able to say, listen, y'all are being fooled. So what is the solution if you're not going to go there with your bullhorn? But I'm going to tell you, be careful with these microphones and speakers. Let me tell you.
Because see, when the pastor came out, he came out. It was a few of them back there in the dark. Because he told them to stay back. Because he said, I got 6 that are police officers that are here and ready to protect their pastor. So he just happened to be one of them that came out and shook his hand and talked to him.
We all remember that.
Asked him, he asked him blatantly, did you try to set up a meeting with me? He
there
said,
you go.
I don't have your information.
They
So
don't
the
listen.
Yeah,
pastor
let's be
says,
honest. He would
but
not meet with
pastor
that dude.
says it's all over the internet. So again, if you felt like that, you have a podcast show, send them a message. Hey, I would like to talk to you. Woo woo. Can we have a meeting? But to do it like that, and then when he agreed to have a meeting with him, he was like, well, he said we gonna have a meeting, but we don't see.
But me for what? Like, he's
Right.
not going to
He's
change.
not going to change.
Marcus Thomas is not going to change
That
how
path.
he collects money. He has been doing this since he was very young. Okay, so this is what it is. This is a means for him. This is not only his calling, but it's his vocation. It keeps his family fed.
Even
So
if you have a meeting with that pastor
They're not gonna
is not
change.
gonna change. They're gonna
no,
stay
And
the same.
you're not a member of
never.
his church.
And he will never, and most of those pastors will never let you talk to their congregation. Never.
Never.
Oh,
For
Never
what?
allow you to talk to their congregation.
talk to my congregation for what?
Y'all remember the man that went inside the church when the pastor told the girl to come up front? She was pregnant, the young girl, and
Yes.
she would not, and that man went in there in that church as well. What
Mhm.
did it do? They told that man he had to get out of the members. Like, you got to get out of here with that mess. Get out of here with that
Somebody
mess.
be
Then
done
they put
bopped you
him
upside
out.
your head for sure.
He went in there
They
trying
went-
to help, but
They went in the service and they got put out because he noticed him from the pulpit.
I
So
just don't
if you-
understand that.
Oh, so
you
he was
can't-
inside the church, Marcus? Was it
Yes.
Marcus, the general all things theology? He was
all
in the
things
Yes.
theology, he went in the church
Because he said he got put out.
and he got put out.
And then he went and
then
got
they went back.
his microphone and his speaker. Why, y'all? Why?
Some people, that's they calling, it just ain't mine. I'll be like,
Now-
I'll meet y'all at the grocery store and let me tell y'all
You
down
called it.
lettuce.
If you're gonna evangelize using that speaker and that microphone, preach Jesus. Don't be trying to get people out of these churches. I don't think that is conducive. You're better off using your platform because your platform is influential. You're better off using your voice in that way nowadays than doing what he did.
Let me tell you what makes a louder voice when you want to stop a pastor from doing wrong. When you are a member or an ex-member of that church and you stand up, that then the other members will listen because they're like, wait, they've been going here a long time. They know.
You think so?
I think so
And
because
the only reason why I say
a
that,
few of them,
okay.
a few of them, not everybody.
yeah,
but
not all of them, but you will get the attention of some of them. They'll be like, wait, she been here all her life and now she telling me so she must know something, instead of a stranger coming off the street saying,
Yeah.
your pastor ain't
don't
good.
know
To
nothing.
have somebody stand in that membership and be like, okay, from the pew, oh, pastor, I've been knowing you all this time and I've been telling you, I've been talking to you, we don't have private conversations. I told you to stop your bad behavior. You still fooling the people, you still stealing. I'm letting all y'all know right now. Here's why I'm leaving. Y'all ain't gonna question why I'm leaving. Here's why I'm leaving. Because pastor and I had a conversation. He refused to change. He refused to do this. And name off the stuff. And then go ahead and exit out. Some of the members are going to be like, wait a minute. Like even in, we talked about Mary Cosby and her husband, and God, rest her son. I'm telling rest in peace to her son. And please Mary the peace and her husband, Robert, what they need.
Yes.
But there was a whole thing. Mary Cosby's sister was a member of Mary Cosby's church. And she had a whole uprising. She went up to the front. They thought she was going to do take up tithing off or something. I don't know what she was doing. She started telling them that Robert and them were not right. Mary wasn't right. All these people weren't right. They was using them. And half the church walked out with her during that Sunday service. Half the church walked out with her. Yeah, walked out with the sister.
Because they didn't really like her in the first place. If Mary was a man, I guarantee you, half of them wouldn't have walked out. They didn't like Mary.
Child, listen. They were at the point of, things don't seem right. I don't think it was so much they didn't like Mary. They didn't like Robert. That was on her. That was on that show that they did.
That story is just, God bless it. It's too much for me.
I haven't seen that documentary that they did.
Oh,
I need
child,
to
that
watch
documentary
that.
was so good. It's only 3 episodes, but it was so good.
And
It
it's
was
on, what is
so
it
good.
on?
I think it was on Peacock. I
Okay.
think I saw it on Peacock.
I'm gonna have to go and
I'm
see
gonna have
that.
to watch it.
It was really good. I mean, my God, today.
Did it give you a
Mm.
different perspective of her? Or
You know what? I still had the same perspective because I saw this on season 1 of Mary. I mean,
okay.
season 1 of
Mhm.
Salt Lake City. I saw this, and
Yeah.
and her husband, and I saw the behavior.
Mhm.
I've been in church a long time, so
Mhm.
I saw the behavior, so I knew something was there, and it wasn't right. And when they did the documentary, I said, of course, exposure. Do I agree with everything that the people said? Now, I may, back away from some of it, because when you're mad at somebody, you just have a different
You
view.
do certain, yeah.
Right. But these people had been with her, had seen some things, had stayed through some things, and then they finally got fed up and they chose or something. But some of the things that they were saying, like the one lady, she was an ex-member, and her sister, was it her sister or her mom, worked for Mary in her house. Did not get paid, worked for Mary. And
I remember that.
the sister, I don't know if it's your sister, the lady ended up getting cancer, and she ended up sadly passing away. Well, they had a funeral for her, and the lady said that Mary's ministry would not allow her to come to her own family member's funeral because they didn't want her to be there and kind of have other people to want to be dragged out or all this dragged out of the church and so forth. So that kind of stuff, I know I've seen that kind of stuff happen where people feel like, yeah, we're going to lay your family member to rest, but we don't want you here because you're not with us. And we don't want you bringing chaos to the funeral and all this kind of stuff or whatever. I didn't appreciate that. I don't respect that. I disagree with that. That's that person's family member. That's their last time to say their goodbyes. No church should be doing anything like that.
None.
So stuff like that is more of the control manipulating part. And when something like that happened, I was like, man, y'all should have at least let the lady come. If she would have cut up, then tell her she had to go. But at least don't block her from not coming at all. This is that lady's family member. She didn't get to see her, her family member while she was in the house with you. So it was a really good documentary to look at. Do I think that some things going on in Mary's church that are manipulative? Yes. Yes, I do. I do think so. Do I think some things were manipulated with Robert Cosby Sr.? Heck yeah. Heck yeah. Even when he was with her grandmother. Heck yeah.
I just can't keep saying that.
I can't.
It just don't sound
It's very
right.
challenging.
I was having a conversation last night. I'm like, I can't see your grandma telling you to marry her.
Would you adhere to your grandmama's wishes?
That wish?
About to cuss. Yes. Miss Regina, could you do it?
Could I do what?
See? See? Mine was coming. It was right here.
Grandma said, marry my husband. That's my last dying wish.
My grandma told me to marry her.
She married a young man.
Her young girl, no. Girl, no. And he looked like that. No.
Thank you.
No. And you gonna take that thing you got that you put in my grandma. You want
in my grandma?
No.
I got to kiss you with the same mouth that you and my grandma.
Oh, heck no, we ain't doing that. No.
Oh my God.
No.
So what?
Her sister said
Where did you slip up
Mary
and call
Cosby's
my grandma's name?
I think one of them said that didn't happen. That was not what the grandmother said. I think that's what they said on that show.
Yeah.
What?
I wouldn't. I didn't.
So you think she just
said it?
They were alluding us to believe that Robert and Mary set that up. That's what they wanted to be. Because if y'all remember, I did a episode on this. Mary was married at the time when they had gotten together. She was married, and they allegedly forced her to get divorced so that she could marry Robert Sr.
Who is they?
The church.
The church. And
Are
Robert
you kidding
Sr.
me?
I'm gonna say this. Mary and Robert was doing something.
Cahoopsing. That's what I think of the whole cahoopsing.
Because you can't. No, it was more than some cahoopsing. It was.
Do you think she had an inordinate affection for him before the grandmother passed?
No.
That's what I'm saying.
No.
They was doing something before.
You think they were?
Yes, you
And
can't just pop up.
and also
No.
remember the show,
Mm-mm.
the episodes tell you that Mary had been excommunicated from the grandmother's church. When the grandmother died, Mary was excommunicated from the church.
Why?
I'ma
Robert,
say
because of her behavior and things she was doing. The grandmother told Mary she could not come back to the church. That's what the documentary said.
But I
And
thought you
so.
said the church wanted them to get together.
that's after
So
Robert, after the grandmother died. Robert now has the church, and he went and did this whole thing to get married. And according to the documentary, it was Robert, because Robert's over the church now, because Big Mama gone. And he, according to the documentary, they said Robert went searching for Mary and said, it's time for me to bring Mary back.
So again, I'ma say,
Wow.
Robert and Mary
good.
was canoodling before this, which is why he said, "Oh, y'all did my boo wrong. I'm about to go get her and put her in all y'all face." He went and got her, brought her back, and slapped her in front of everybody. Cause you ain't gonna tell me. First of all, your grandma told you to get out the church, but
Yes,
then
she
she
did.
told
She
you to marry her
excommunicated
husband.
her.
Come on, sis.
Wow.
Make that make sense. We're not gonna do that.
According to that documentary, child, that's what they said. Them 3 episodes was so good.
So the church knows the truth.
Some of them, everybody in
Okay.
the church may not know, but there are some that do know.
Do they
I
still have
believe
a
she
church? They
was.
still have members?
Oh yeah, they still got a church. They also said that Mary allegedly had an affair with that Courtney guy that was on Salt Lake City that came and said he knows some things about Mary. Remember the guy he passed away after he did that episode?
So
And
again, I say
they showed pictures of saying that him and Mary was together, child. Yeah, that
a
documentary wasn't no
cheater
joke.
already.
I gotta go watch this documentary.
A
Mhm.
cheater
My God.
already. So this is why I'm saying her and Robert was somewhere canoodling and cahoodling. So
Do you
when the
think she
grandma died,
legitimately liked him, or do you think it
yes,
was for money?
I don't think Mary really liked Robert. I
Mary
never seen that because
special.
I never saw the affection with Mary and Robert, even on the show. I didn't see it. When they were sitting in the confessionals
Money.
together, I never saw it. I'm like, mm-mm.
Listen here.
Mm-mm.
Mary, now we know what's wrong with Mary's. We know Mary's son had some problems.
Yeah, that poor baby went through.
And sometimes problems, depending on what they are hereditary.
Hmm.
Now I'm
Mhm.
gonna say that.
Yeah.
Because
Mm.
Mary don't look too.
That baby, I think her son was dealing with so much in his real life
Mhm.
that had to do with, I know he loved his mom, but I think some things that was going on with his mom entered and triggered his own life.
But that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, and
If
even with
if
his dad, I think that baby went through so much. And when Mary had the conversation with him, and that when I keep saying the baby because it's a baby.
he's
To me.
23, that's a
When
baby.
Mary had the conversation with him and she says, "Why basically do you do the drugs?" And he said, "You know what I feel like?" He said, "I feel like a piece of chicken with no seasoning. I just feel bland in the world." He said that's the way he feels. That thing hit me so hard because that led us into the world of this young man does not feel like anything. And then here you have Mary, who is this big celebrity. She has this huge church, has this huge following, and yet this young man felt like nothing. And it's not Mary's fault because I believe Mary gave that young man everything she had, everything she could.
But
Mm-hmm.
there we go to that too.
Mm-hmm.
If Mary got problems, I'm just saying,
Mm-hmm.
how can
Gingerbread.
she help if she can't even recognize her own? She don't know how to help her son.
She tried though. I got to give her that. She tried.
To the best of her ability.
Yeah, the conversation she didn't, and I was telling my husband this. I said Mary didn't even have to have those conversations on a public platform. She didn't have to have them cameras in that room when she did that. She did not have to have those cameras when she had all those cameras. When she took him to church and he sat in the church and she was showing him after she remodeled the church, and she was like, well, what do you think? And he was like, it's nice. And she was sitting there with him, and he said he was going to come back. And then the next thing you see, she at church, and the gentleman that was walking Mary and said, well, where's Robert Jr.? And she said, well, he couldn't come because he did some drugs, and she didn't want him come to church with, seeing that he had did drugs. It when I saw those two scenes, I was like, this has also something to do with him being upbringing in this church world all his life. This has had, in my thought, it may not be Mary's reality, but my thought, the church world has had a negative impact on that young man's life.
For sure.
You have to deal with that. You have to. You can't just keep telling people to pray and go to church, and it has to be a way to get through this. You have to. You can't just tell a person to pray. Okay, if you want to tell a person to just pray, tell them what to pray.
Yeah.
If you just think they need to pray because everybody is not at that level in their mind. They don't think to have that good down home prayer when it don't take nothing but for you to talk to God. But everybody doesn't know that. They think that it's supposed to be this how the preachers and stuff do it, and it doesn't take all that for you to talk to your God. But everybody doesn't know that. So if he's known, again, this is her son, so he knows what goes on outside of the church as well as inside of the church. He knows why his grandma put her out the church. He knows all of these things. And if he was only 23, look how much he's known and didn't know how to deal with it in that time. So drugs was the easiest way.
Yeah.
And then he got married to the young lady. I think, and I could be wrong with this, but my view was Robert Jr. was better before he got married. After he got married to that young lady, in my view, watching the show, it seemed as though his life went downhill.
Yeah, because he had just gotten out of jail or released from jail on bond for this case.
Yeah, because he went over to the wife's house. He had a restraining order. He wasn't supposed to be around the wife. But remember, I don't know how many episodes or seasons before, he married her, and Mary didn't even know they had gotten married. He married that young lady. And on the show, she was like, Robert Jr. got married, and I didn't even know he got married. And then they moved in the house. Mary was trying to do everything she thought what was right. But when I watched it, and this is my thought, my opinion, when I watched it, I saw as though maybe his life went downward spiral when he got with this girl. And I could be wrong. But it's very sad that this young man was going through so many demons and so many, hard things in his life that he felt that drugs was the cure. He like Sean said, he had just got out of jail. And then, like my husband said when we first heard it, he said, honey, he had just got out of jail, had been out of jail for maybe a couple of days or something, and he went back to drugs and he overdosed, according to the articles in TMZ. And my husband's like, he had got cleaned up while he was in there, and his first thought was to go back, and he took more than his body could take.
Yeah, because the reason why I'm thinking he maybe did it is because he was released, but he still had to go back to court.
Right.
So he probably was thinking, I ain't about to.
No, he probably. I don't know if he intentionally wanted to take his life. I think he accidentally overdosed. I don't think it was. Well, that's my part. I don't think he intentionally said, "I'm gonna do it." And if he did, oh my God, that poor baby.
Ladies, I'm so sorry.
Was because of the court.
I'm so sorry. I'm going to. I actually have to run because I'm going to be on Josh's platform on his panel.
Okay, Josh.
So I have to run. It is always a pleasure to be with you, lady.
Yes.
I look forward to many more.
Thank
didn't
you.
even look.
Thank you. We'll
I
go
don't
over
even have
there.
my
We'll go
watch
over there
on,
and
but
shout out
yeah,
to
we
y'all.
about to. You
Bye,
already know
everybody.
how
See
we
you in a
do it.
minute.
See
Bye,
you in a minute.
girl.
Y'all already know how we do. We
Yes,
are
this
at
has
9
been
o'clock. I
so
just
fun.
looked at the time and
Yes.
we
I love
did our
Courtney.
2 hours. Listen,
Thank
Regina,
you, Sean, for having me. This has been great. Thank y'all for joining us. And listen, shout out to Tarsha Global. We miss her. Thank you
we
for allowing me and
do.
Steve.
We can't wait
Thank
till
you.
April.
I know. Thank you for allowing me to
Mm,
stand in and try
Thank
to
you.
fill
Thank
those
you.
beautiful shoes.
Listen, thank you, thank you for coming. We gonna go on over to Josh's and
Yeah,
that's where we gonna go. So I'm gonna do a
thank
couple
you.
of announcements and then we'll be on over. So Regina, thank you
Thank you.
again.
Thank you,
Thank you
guys.
again.
Thank you, Sean. Y'all stay safe,
Thank
loving,
you.
and kind out there. Appreciate y'all.
Bye
Bye,
bye.
girl.
Oh, I just love Regina. I do. I do. I do. There go. I'm telling y'all, I don't know what happened. I'm just gonna stay here because we getting ready to go. Okay, so again, if you have not liked this video, if you have not subscribed to this channel, I ask that you would do so. When you leave out of here, you can just hit that join button. For 99 cents a month, you can be a member and get all of everything that comes up. Be it a let me email. Okay. Um Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Listen, 99 cents a month, you can be a member. And as always, turn on thine notifications so that you will see and get the alerts whenever something is posted, be it a video, short, something on the community wall. My Amazon wish list is on the community wall still. I was told by 3 people, don't take it down. So 2 or 3 are gathered, that's where it is. And these are the ways to support right here. Cash App is Sean Talks. PayPal is at Sean Talk Show. Zelle is Shauna1574 at Gmail if you are watching the replay. Yes, 99 cents. You can get, listen, any better. 99 cents. Now I'm gonna say for that extra super when we get to them juices, it may be $4.99, but I promise you it'll be worth it. So that is my time. Those are the ways to give. Follow I am Courtney TV if you I am Courtney Phillips TV. I'm sorry. If you have not followed the Juice Radio and Talk Show, if you have not already, as always, Apostle, thank you for blessing us with your presence. He's at listen, even on the go, he is the apostle and he steps in. So I want to thank everybody that came in. Follow Josh at J Eleazar. um if one of the mods could please put that in the chat so that if people are not following or subscribe to him, subscribe and let's get over there. Awesome show. He is one of our own and we support our own. That's what we do. We support our own. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you. The mugs are still available. Just go to the shop in the video and you will see the mugs there. Listen, I couldn't do this without y'all, and I appreciate it. So, Sprinter vans are ready. They're warmed up, so all you got to do is jump in. There's some snacks on there. So when you get over there to Josh's, you won't be talking about you got to go because your stomach hurt because we got food and stuff on the buses. So get on over there. I'm out of here. Thank you.
How many of you love the Lord today? Just say, Lord, I love you. Come on, come on, come on. I love Jesus, y'all. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, yeah, 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 yeah. I really love you. I really love you. Because you first loved me. I really love you. Yes, I do. I really love you. Yes, Lord. I really love you. Because you first loved me. I really love you. Yes, I do. Help me say, I really love you. Come on, y'all. With all of my heart, I do. I really love you. With all